All right, so now that we've done our basic math and we've created our two subnets, let's go ahead and let's take a deeper dive look and visualize this. So I have a PDF open here. You can download this and open this as well. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in to 200% because there's a lot of information on here. So this is what we filled out. So we already know all this information that we filled out right here. Now let's go ahead and let's visualize this in our basic blocks that I showed you earlier in the course. So we started with a standard 192.168.1.0/24 default class C network. We broke that up into two different subnets, and they're listed here, which we filled in up here. So we have a 192.168.1.0/25 and a 192.168.1.128/25 subnet. So what you're going to notice is that both of these have the same subnet mask, and that's why this is called a fixed length subnet mask subnetting. So remember, there's fixed length and there's variable length. When we use fixed length, all the different subnets are going to have the same subnet mask. And in this example, they're going to be 255.255.255.128 or simply /25. Now, I included this down here just for reference. So this is what we ended up doing. So let's go ahead and highlight this. So we ended up doing this example here when we only borrowed 1 bit to create two different subnets with a block size of 128 and the hosts per subnet that are usable being 126. So you could verify everything simply by looking at these tables, by taking this information up here and taking a look at down here and making sure everything is correct, which it is. Now let's actually visualize this. So let's take a look at these and let's actually make this larger. So let me see if I can actually bring this down a little tiny bit, and it looks like it's only going to go to 300, which I think is fine. So what we did here is we created two different networks, subnet 1 and subnet 2. So now we can use them on different networks. And we have a router here that separates two different networks that connects them together. And on the left, what we have is subnet number 1, which we see we're simply just referring to the name of the subnet and its subnet mask. And then over here, we have subnet number 2, which again, we're just referring to the name of the subnet, which is again the network address plus the /25 for the subnet mask. Now, if we want to take this into a more granular view, let's scroll this up, and here's a more detailed view. So this is the same thing as the other one, but more detailed. And so we have a router, and on the left side, we have a subnet number 1. And then on the right side, we have subnet number 2. Now again, what you're going to notice is that I went ahead and put in the subnet name. So here's the network address, and I just read out the subnet mask instead of doing the CIDR block notation. And then same thing over here. So we have the .0 network and then the .128 over here. And what I've done in this situation is I've actually gone in and put in some IP addresses. So for example, we have 3 different computers on each. Well, the router needs to have some sort of an IP address for it to be able to communicate with the other network. So we gave the router an IP address of .1, and then the computers, we did .2, .3, and .4. And then on this one, we gave the router an IP address of 129, and then we gave them the IP addresses of .30, .31, and .32. So we can use any IP addresses that we want that are within that usable range for that subnet, and I've just gone in sequential order from 1 up to 4 here, and then from this one, .129 up to .132. So that's our very simple example. Hopefully taking a look at the network detailed view helps you understand exactly what we're doing here. If the basic look at it, and let me actually just scroll over, meaning the basic look, which is up here, just in case this was still a bit convoluted. So I wanted to make sure that I provided you the actual diagram look where you take this number, you take these IP addresses that you put into there, and you put them into use with a simple example such as this. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care. Well, I hope that you enjoyed today's video and you learned a lot from it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Now, if you're interested in taking this full course or just learning more about it, check out the video description down below because I've included a link where you can learn more about the course and enroll into it if you'd like. So again, thanks for watching my video. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you guys at the next video. Take care.